This is so stupid.
See, I also work with my boyfriend that cheated on me also.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So we're still working through that. Then it became like mycoplasma, which I'd never even heard of. And then
What is that?
Plasma. It's just like, you just get it from people. It's not like really an STD, but it just kind of adds up over time.
There are so many, if I was a girl, that I would want to do that I don't do because it'd be inappropriate. Like, I would love to do it if I was a girl that had vaginismus. Or, or like if I was a girl, I'd have BV.
Yep. Oh my God.
I might do the BV one.
I've had it so many times and it's so gross.
Well, so that's the thing is like, number one, I always come on the sense of like, but it's never your fault. It's your pH balance being changed by a guy.
You really get it.
Yeah.
How do you get, like, you know being one more than I do.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
I get a UTI usually with a new guy, and oftentimes it's because they're the wrong person. And let me turn this off. And it's like my vagina is telling me like they're a bad person.
Oh yeah.
And she knows. Yeah.
And she knows.
She knows. I'm gonna do this again.
Okay.
Dylan Carlino, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you on. I've been watching your If I Were a Girl videos for so long.
That's so nice.
Every single one is so fucking funny. I love that they've been blowing up. You got 1.3 million on TikTok now.
It's crazy.
It's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
And I'm
so
pumped.
glad that you like them. I've been surprised that, like, I know regular girls like them, but the fact that so many female comics have been like, I love your videos, makes me feel like, I don't know, I guess as a comic you're always nervous at like what other comics think, especially since I'm doing stuff about girls. I'm like, like girl comics like not like what I'm doing,
with them.
and
I'm obsessed.
It's incredible how like amazing all the girl comics have been.
I think we're all blown away by the writing because
none of it is written.
That's amazing because it's so specific and niche, and you just rip, and you're like, how did he even come up with that or think of that? And it's all in joke form, and the way you tell it like it's a secret.
Yeah.
And your comedic style comes through in that form.
Thank you for saying that, and that is something I was nervous about hitting the road, being like, are they gonna like my stand up? And then it's like it's like the transition is no problem whatsoever. Seamless, yeah.
Well, I read an article about you, not to be creepy, but I like to do a little
You read an article about, I didn't know there were articles.
There are. I like to do a little deep dive of my guests, and it was from years ago, like 2018, and it was about your comedic style was like as if you had a secret that you had to tell.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Watching your videos again, I was like, it really is like this, the way you whisper and like kind of draw in the audience, and then the way you laugh at yourself. It's so contagious, and it's almost like when you have an audience, they laugh. So then the person watching is like, oh, that's funny. And the way you can do it for yourself in such a humble, interesting way, it's really impressive.
That's so funny. The whispering part of the videos is something that was a happy accident because one, I didn't have any I only had female friends, until I was like, 21, and then all my friends became comics and mostly female comics, and so I just never transitioned from like gay guy to like all gay male friends like out at the bars like wearing Speedos and going to like Puerto Vallarta, you know what I mean? Like I just never did that transition, and so all of my and I wasn't in New York, I was like in Portland or like in small town Massachusetts, so I just never had that. And so when I talk shit, I whisper because that's what I was, socialized female, and that's just like, even I'll be at a restaurant whispering, my male friends will be like, speak up. Speak up. And I'm like, oh, well, we're talking shit. They're like, they're not here. They don't even live in this city. I was like, I know. But like, what if my phone starts calling them?
Totally.
And you know what I mean? Like,
we all do that.
Because like straight men aren't good at talking shit, but women are excellent at it. And I learned it's so good. And so, yeah, I just love doing it. And then the whispering on TikTok was one, that, and then two, I'm stupid. And so I thought if I whisper the bad parts, I'm like dumb. Like I was like, if I whisper the bad parts, the TikTok algorithm can't hear it.
Yes.
And then they'll just push the video not knowing it's sexual.
I noticed that as well.
Yeah. And so that's why and then people were like, I love that you're whispering the bad parts, or like you're whispering it like it's the secret. And then people were commenting, it's like he's in the other room. And so then I love having him be like in the bathroom, and I'm like talking, I think it's very fun.
It's so fun, and it's fun to watch, and it's just so cool to watch you find your niche, to the point where even TikTok's like, if I were a girl, and it comes up as like a suggested, which is incredible, because it's like we're all trying to find our niche, and I'm sure like once you hit that, you're like, wow, I hit the lottery. Like I can just sit in my bed and reach 1 million people.
insane. Yeah, it's crazy that people watch like them so. I mean, it's the funny thing is like they're not written at all. Like
it's
I write,
crazy to
so
me.
I write like we were talking about before this, which I'll probably do tomorrow. Is like if I was a girl, I would have BV, and so like that's all I'll write, and then I'll go into my messages and I'll say because they request their names all the time, or like at my live shows they'll ask, and so I'll write down their names and I like will make sure that I get those names done, and then usually a lot of the times all of the guys have it's the same name just like over it's like Andrew, Jason, Justin, like, cause I think it's very funny that the guys can be so disposable, they don't really matter. And then like Trevor, you know, I use the same male names over and over and over again. And I try to hit a lot of different female names. None of them are written. So they're all riffs. So I come up with that first line and then everything else off is like, I just try to picture like, okay, well, if I was this girl, like what would my life look
That's
like?
impressive.
And then I think I just daydream all day long cause I've never been in a relationship and I had like from a small town. So I'd like, you know, make things up in my head all the time. And so now I'm like addicted to doing it. I mean, like I do this so much. It's like a problem in my life. I think they call it like limerence or like overactive imagination. Like I'll be like laying in bed picturing my life, like what it would be like if I was in a secret like Hollywood relationship with like Jacob Elordi and like so crying in my bed, being like saying goodbye to my boyfriend. It's all fake and it's insane. And then wait, what was your question?
I forget.
I know I have ADHD.
It's so fun, though. No, I love that you do that though because I'm the same way, and also like you calling yourself crazy. It's like we're all a little unhinged, and you have that self-awareness to be like I'm crazy, and it's like if you were sitting here being like I do this, and you were serious about it, like I'd be like, that's a lot of imagination.
No, I'm like nuts.
We're
like
all aware of our like insanity.
If I leave and get like, what would it be like if my friend died? I'm like washing the dishes, crying, speaking at her memorial.
Do you act? You should act. You should tap into that.
I know, I really should. I think I would be good at it.
That's your next, I think. I mean,
I know. I want to write a TV show.
Amazing.
I know.
You have to. I mean, you just write all day in your head. Why wouldn't you turn it into
it's
a
actually
show?
crazy. Like literally, that's all they comment is like write a TV show.
You create characters constantly.
Well, so I have something I am writing that I start writing once I get back to the Berkshires tomorrow. It's so funny because I like announced on my podcast like I'm doing this trip and I'm like working on my writing stuff, and then all the girls who listen to my podcast keep messaging me like being like I like post on my story like me out in New York City. They're like, wait, what are you doing? You're supposed to be writing. Like
so funny. They're waiting with the popcorn.
They're amazing. Yeah.
Do you ever do a recurring character, like a series you could do on your TikTok of like the same girl with like an interesting scenario?
No, because I am someone like I think with like you too, like comics, we get so bored that like if it's done, it's done.
That's so
true.
And
I want something new.
Yeah.
I never want to be. Once in a while, I'll do like if I'm doing one girl, they'll ask for the POV of the friend.
I love
and so
that.
then like the next day I'll do that. But
okay.
They never go super viral, and also I don't ever think they're as funny because I like just like made the first one up, and then the second one takes like I have to think about like because I just start talking and then I just try to see like what's the because that's why I like sometimes they're fake laughs and then sometimes I'm like how can I make myself laugh?
Yeah, I'm sure the first time you did it was a real laugh and then it worked so well that you're like, oh, let me like incorporate that.
Yeah.
And
some of the girls love it, some of the girls hate it. I don't know what to tell you.
If they give you a mean comment, get the fuck out. I feel like you have such like a stan crew.
I know that I really do. I'm very lucky. Oh, but If I Was a Girl lives are kind of a nightmare. Because I only started doing them because my agency was like, we think you should start doing them to film them to help sell tickets.
Okay.
And I was like, for sure. But then it's like, you know, as a comic, I've been doing this for 10 years. I have an hour and a half of material.
Right. I was going to ask if you do that as well.
So I'm like, if I do it, I'm doing 2 shows, and then I have to take like 15 minutes out of my set to do the If I Was a Girl live, which I'm like happy to do if they're like a really fun audience. But if like, you know, when you're like going up and it's like just fine, and you're like, I'm not doing this like extra.
The dance monkey.
Yeah, like I won't do it. I think as a comic I won't. And so then I was like, how can I make it fun? And then I also would be like, okay, so these are filmed and they're going to go on my Instagram. Mm-hmm. And so then I was like, so if you come up here, you have to be okay with this going on my Instagram. So don't come up here and say things that you're not comfortable with. But you know how it is. Like they come up, they're so excited. They come up. I mean, I probably filmed 10 of them, spent hundreds if not thousands of dollars on like equipment and the local person filming and editing and then we would have a great time. I'd like interview them first, and then I would make an If I Was a Girl up, and then like we do like a Mad Libs version. And then I send it to them before I post it because I know,
you have them sign something and then you let it rip.
But you know how girls are that they're so excited and then afterwards
they're probably drunk.
Yeah, and I'm not like I never want somebody
true. I'm
to
sorry.
like.
I'm like
well, no, every comic has said that to me.
Consent my ass.
I know every comic says that to me. It's just I know my female friends so well,
true.
and it's something that my female friends would do, and then
fair.
they would wake up the next day and be like, "Oh my god, I went on
Too
stage
much Chardonnay.
and said my husband has a small dick."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'm posting posting it online to like a ton of followers.
True.
It's not fair to them.
You're so right. Like, you're so empathetic.
Well, I just like, I know how girls are, and I don't ever want them to feel like, oh, he used me I also don't need it.
Yeah,
I don't need
so
it. I can
true.
make up a better one if it's gonna make you feel uncomfortable leaving my show. And
That's a good point.
I don't want to do it.
That's like a big thing with audience cams these days too, where like I'll see a video and I'm curious if that person's okay with it, because that became such a big trend in our industry where it's like, if you don't have their reaction, throw the clip away. And it's hard to then be exposing a lot of these people's lives.
Yeah, I mean, I even had one that I was really, really good, like in Chicago, and then I like couldn't find the girl's Instagram, and so I couldn't even. And then I like posted on my story like looking for the girl who did If I Was a Girl in Chicago, like this whole like Cinderella story, Hillary Duff, like Instagram series post, and never found her. And I was like, I if I don't get a yes from them, it's not being posted.
Yeah.
It just I can't. I really don't like affecting other people negatively, and if there's a chance that they would feel upset about that, then I won't do it.
So true. And it's not like you have a scarcity of this content.
It's made up
You can
bullshit.
get in your bed and rip one,
Yeah.
that'll get a million views. So,
It's fine.
Yeah, I totally get that.
It's fine. They don't need to see me do it live. And I've had a lot of girls come up to me afterwards and be like, I'm really glad you don't do If I Was a Girl live, because the stand-up's like,
So
I've been
good.
doing it for 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to have a good time.
I was going to say, so 10 years of stand-up, when did you find this niche with If I Were a Girl?
I started doing this in January.
No fucking
I
way.
know. It's crazy.
That's nuts.
I know. It's...
Yeah, well, I was talking to Dean Stanfield about you, because I met you at the stand, and I was like, oh my God. And we chat, and we're talking about you, and I was like, how did this come up? And he was saying how you would sit in green rooms sometimes, and you would tell those stories, and they were like, you should put this online. I don't know if that's a true origin story, but I'm curious if that was one of the impetus.
So If I Was a Girl was something that I was doing for the last 10 years, only in I'm like an annoying comic where I have like conversational bits, like things that I will do for my friends that will make them laugh, that won't like If I Was a Girl would never work on stage other than now that it has a following.
Right.
Like before it was just like, it would be like I'll be in a green room, and a comic's girlfriend would be in there, and she'd say something fucking crazy, and then she'd walk away, and I'd be like, well, If I Was a Girl, I would do this, and I wouldn't wear that, and I'd do it, and it would all to make my friends laugh, and it was my friend's favorite conversational bit, and the one that started it all was I had thought this for years, was every time I walked into a public bathroom, there was a sign that said, "Do not dump menstrual waste down the toilet," and every time I saw that, for hundreds of times, I'd think, if I was a girl, I would flush my tampons. I know I would flush my tampons. I just know I would. Like I don't, and I know that. Like, and I was like, that's just the kind of girl I would be. And so I was like, I was bored, and I was. The truth of the matter is, I found a dog on the side of the highway.
Yes, I remember that.
And I wanted to keep it, and we ended up finding her original owners and giving her back.
Really?
Yeah.
Sad but happy.
Yeah, sad but happy. But I fostered her for like 6 months, and I was like, all right, I didn't have a job. My waiting tables job had ended. I had no money. I've never had money. I'm not like a rich kid. And so I was like, I need to. And I was part of the TikTok rewarders program, and and the month before, I was like, I gotta figure something out. My unemployment's ending, and every single day I made a video about Grey's Anatomy. Every day. Like acting out scenes from Grey's Anatomy. And in December, by the end of the month, I had made $5,000 on TikTok.
For your Grey's Anatomy commentary.
Yeah, just for posting.
Okay.
And so from like a show that's been on, you know what I mean? So I was like, this is whatever. But I think that gave me a lot of like confidence to be like, well, I'm already online talking about Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, and what was your following at that point?
Oh God, on TikTok, like 9,000.
Oh my God.
And I think that month I did gain like 30,000 followers from that. But yeah, I was like, I found the dog, and I was like, I want to keep this dog, but I have to make money, and not because I don't want to get a day job. It was like a super reactive pit bull that needed a lot of work.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, let's do this. And so I made that one If I Was a Girl video, and then it just went off so crazy. I think that first video got like 5 million views.
That's insane.
And
the first one.
The first like 5
That's
are all
crazy.
millions.
And you sat on that concept for so long.
And so I just started doing it. And if you go back and watch the original ones, they're very different from what I do now, because I like would go into the comments. I'm very much like a watcher of like what goes on online. I started like checking out how other influencers, because I do influence, I was like, I'm not looking at comics to know how to go viral online, because they're bad at it.
Well, I mean, I'm still with sticks in the mud. Like, what
It's hard.
fuck?
So I look at influencers, because honey, they're taking our weekends at comedy clubs either way.
So true.
So why not beat them at their own game?
Yeah,
and I was like, how do they?
genius.
Yeah, I was like, how do they edit their videos? And I saw a couple. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do the cuts and leave the laughs in, and just like try to do as many like punchlines as I can, because we're comics. We can write this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's so true.
So I just did that.
Wow.
And yeah, and then people were like, I love when you whisper. I love when you like, and then one video I like became the character, and it was just like fun. Yeah, I don't know. They're so easy.
Do you make
now.
one a day or?
Yeah, so for the first, I would say I made one for 100 days in a row. Because I was making so much money.
And you've never been stumped? Not one day where you're like, who the fuck am I? What's my story?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
So, like, I'll come into I, like, live with lesbians. I, like, walk in the living room. I'm like, I need a good one today. And we'll kind of, like, talk through, like, and then I'll be like, that's a B story. That's a B story. Or, like, because I try to do, like, there's always, like, the main one. And then there's always, like, the gossip underneath it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I always try to come up with something, or like I'll if I think of one, I'll write it in my notes app and be like, all right, we can do that tomorrow, and then. But sometimes they're fucking hell to make. Like not hell. I mean, it's the easiest job in the entire world. Like I waited tables for like 15 years. Like it's actually.
Do you ever do content about waiting tables?
That's what I did last year on Instagram.
Okay.
I was doing like as a waitress bits.
Because I have a friend that does that, and he's done really well with it. Because it's such a universal experience, and like everyone knows the side that they have. But some people are just stupid and rude still, and when you can like shed light on that, it's like it's giving a service to the service industry.
Yeah.
And then also it's funny. It's all relatable content.
Yeah, so I gained on Instagram like 30,000 followers from doing restaurant stuff last year. Problem with that is, as a stand-up comic, you go out on the road, they're all working. They're waiting tables at night.
Yeah.
They can't buy tickets to your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're at work.
Yeah.
And so
true.
And also I cannot do anything that I don't feel. So once my job ended because the restaurant closed, immediately I was like, I'm not angry anymore. I'm not doing these rants. I don't care. I'm not waiting tables anymore.
Yeah.
And so it's like if I'm not in it, it feels false.
I get that.
So I was like, nah, fuck it.
I don't tell fake stories I hate a fake joke.
And then I didn't post anything for 6 months.
Oh my God.
Because I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do next. Yeah. Yeah.
So this all happened in January.
Isn't that crazy?
And now you're on tour.
Yeah.
That's so, I love these stories.
I'm lucky though because I've been doing stand-up for 10 years. And then also I was like hip pocketed by my manager. So like, you know, we talk every month and he'd be like, get your socials up. I can't do anything to get your socials up. And then I blew up and immediately he was like, well, we have some papers for you to sign. I'm like, but I was lucky because immediately I had a stand-up manager who was like, let's get you out on the road.
So cool.
And people immediately started buying tickets. So
I want to come to a show. And I don't even, like, as a comedian, it's like, that's not really, like, you're so quick on your feet, and it's so cool to see.
That's so nice of you.
Yeah, I mean that.
No, when I came to the stand and I ran into you guys that night, I was like, it was very nice to be like, because, you know, now I'm like, I'm the elitist comic who looks at influencers and goes like, fuck you. And so to be like, and I did a Don't Tell show and like, they were like, we're all coming in to watch you.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Like I said.
And I heard a girl be like, she's like, it's kind of prove it time. Because she had seen my, and I was like, oh shit. Like, they want to see if the guy with followers is good on stage. And,
well, you have the 10 years behind you. And then you were at Helium Portland for a while. And that's my favorite club.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
I love that club.
I know. I did the small room. I'm going back to do the big room.
It's such a fun time.
It's so good.
It's my favorite club.
I lived there for 4 years. I actually never got past there.
What? That's crazy.
But it's not because
I feel good to come back and headline.
You know, I was like, oh, hey, you guys, what's going on?
Was it a weekend too?
Full weekend. It sold out a month before.
Shut your mouth.
I know. It was the smaller room. I'm going back in January to do the bigger room, so I'm like really wanting to sell it out.
I didn't know they had a small room at the Portland one.
They just opened it. I think I was the first full weekend there.
Yeah. No, I was just featuring, but still, like
it's so much fun, and I mean, it's not surprising to me because the culture of Portland and the comedy is just like the city, which is like grunge. It's not cool to succeed. It's like cool to stay in town and be like a Portland celebrity.
Yeah.
Which I totally respect if that's what you want to do, but that means that when you get passed at the club, you don't leave.
Yeah.
And so then they would have 20 comics passed at the club, and
like, can I host for them?
Yeah, and like so then all of a sudden it's like, okay, so if there's 20 comics all passed to host and feature, and there's 52 weekends in the year.
And they're bringing their features.
So you're getting what, one weekend a year?
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense to me. And I would tell comics I was like a drunk asshole. I was like, there's nothing for us here. What are you doing?
I can picture in the corner.
I was pissed. And everyone was like, calm down. It's just comedy. I was like, it's a business.
Yeah, it's your life.
And everyone was like, why don't you leave? And I was like, I will. Fine. I will leave.
And then was Austin your number one choice to go?
Austin or New York.
Okay.
And I
I'm still waiting for you here.
oh my God, I think I'm moving.
You're
here.
someone that I'm you can come. Like some people are like, you're like, no, not you, but like, yeah, we need you here.
I think I'm gonna move here.
Really?
I 100%. I was at the Don't Tell show and ran into this girl and she was like, she does like, I don't know, she does like improv.
Okay.
But she was just watching and she was like, this is like a sign from God because this was the best trip I've ever had in New York and I like had a sublease and I loved it. I had my dog with me, so it was like really I could see what it would be like to live here. And every day I was like, I cannot believe I have to go back to Austin. Like I want to be here so badly. And I ran into a girl and and she was like, she goes, I'm moving out of my apartment. It's rent stabilized in
the universe
in Gramercy.
Stop.
For $2,600.
Done.
April 1st.
Done.
She was like, I'll give it to you. She's like, the only stipulation is that you have to give it to my sister in 4 years.
Easy.
I was like, not a problem. I'm gonna be so
level
famous and rich. I mean,
You'll buy the building.
Yeah, I'm like, I have to move here. The only problem with moving here is, I did convince my lesbian roommates to move to Austin. We all got a house together. We've now lived together for a year and a half.
Give them a stipend if you need to.
And
that's more money.
And then I convinced my childhood best friend from my small town to also move to Austin, and she just moved there a month ago in the apartment building next to my house. She does have a boyfriend, and also I wouldn't leave. And I do think that if I went, I would keep my place in Austin for a year because it's $700 a month.
Go back to your spots.
I can like go back like once a month or maybe spend if I don't want to be here for the full winter. Be like I'm gonna go back to Austin for 2 months.
The winter is brutal here.
Yeah, so
April's perfect to come.
Exactly. So I'm like I think this will be perfect.
I'm so excited.
I think either way, I'm going to either have a place here, hopefully that place, because I was like, when she told me, I told everybody to go take it. Like 2,600 rent controlled in Gramercy. I was
perfect.
Like, that's nuts.
No, you can't find anything under $3,000.
And you know when girls, she goes, it's a really special place. And you know when girls say that, go, I know this is like the sickest apartment ever.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm keeping.
Is it a studio or one bedroom?
Studio, 1 bedroom.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You can't find that.
No, you're
meant to be here.
But can I say something?
Please.
I always get special shit.
No, honestly, there's
God's
like the
on
lucky
my
girl
side.
syndrome.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky.
Have you done a if I were a girl, I'd have lucky girl syndrome?
No, but I'm literally gonna do that.
You should.
I am lucky.
Because there's a lot of girls that are like, no, I have lucky girl syndrome, and like I need to tap into that and like make myself delusional because I people will tell me my aura on stage is kind of like Barbie had a bad day, and like because I can't catch a break, and I'm like always like getting cheated on or like dating the guy just like doesn't want to be with me or like I got like 2 parking tickets this weekend. Like I'm just like the dark Barbie that like can't get a grip. But I need to fucking flip that switch because it's like when you think like that, you are like you receive that.
100. I remember when I was like a teenager and like a lot of bad things have happened to me. I don't want you to think life's been easy.
Well, I read in the article you have had a lot of trauma in your childhood. We don't have to go there, but like when you have a lot of shit that happens to you early on too, you're kind of like, how bad?
What else can it be?
It's like,
my sister's dead. How bad can it be?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And so I remember growing up. My dad's very like negative, and he was like he was like our family. He goes, our family is just unlucky. And even as a kid, I was like, not me.
Not me, bitch.
Not me. I can feel it. I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. People like me and I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Guess what? And I have a bad body. So you don't get everything in life, okay?
You look great. You're
it's
tall.
It's fine. If I took my shirt off, it's all skin.
Yeah, but you're tall.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I have to get surgery. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's beautiful. Everybody's beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. I started wearing white underwear this trip, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Why not?
I guess.
Who cares?
How long have you been in New York?
9 years.
Oh, do you love it?
I love it.
How old are you?
33.
Okay.
Sorry, turning 33, and I'm like in my head about it. So 33.
Why?
I don't know. I guess
that's a woman.
I'm scared of aging and becoming irrelevant.
But
it's my biggest fear.
You know what I love? I don't have a thing about aging. Like when people are like, oh my God, I'm turning 30.
Men only get better. It's so annoying.
But you know what though? But I'm gay, so it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? Like, so like, gay guys are like so afraid of getting older because they're not like the young. I was never young and hot, so I think maybe I'm just like, I cannot wait to get old and be a rebel. Like to just do whatever the fuck you want without. True. I think it actually seems like a dream come true. And it's only gonna get better because then you can just like really focus on the art because not everybody's trying to fuck you.
That's so true. Well, I'm canceled for men are no longer.
Well, that's not gonna work. But what do you mean?
I'm taking the year off.
Oh really?
Yeah.
How far in are you?
Well, I just was in a relationship all summer. Got cheated on like 3 weeks ago. So now I'm done. Like I'm taking like a full quarter off. No men.
You an addict?
That's a great question.
High extremes.
I did go sober for a year. I am addicted to Zen right now. I'm trying to quit that. I definitely, I definitely do. Like, again, I'm bringing my podcast back out of like sheer hate right now.
Yeah.
I started this a year
Was
ago.
the guy who cheated on you hot? That's such an insensitive question. Sorry.
No, he had a good face, and he was a womanizer. He had like a lot of other women in this situation.
Comic?
No.
Oh, you don't date comics?
I tried, and I cut that off a while ago, and then I was like, wow, a real normal guy, and then just boom, like.
See, that's the thing I'm most jealous about for female comics, which is like, I would love to date like a fucking negative male comic.
Really?
Yeah, who's just like a genius, but like a fucking asshole.
I mean, I've been pulled in.
Yeah.
They're funny, they're charming.
Yeah.
But then you get burned a few times, and then you're like, oh, we're all mentally unhinged. Why do I keep putting my hand on the stove?
I know.
I've gone over and over again.
I know, but I totally hear you. I need to burn my hand at least once.
You should.
I have dated a male comic, and it did like destroy my life.
Yeah, I mean, you've done it. It's like, it is fun in the moment, but also it's like, we're all so close.
But like a genius.
Yeah. Next level.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm actually pretty cool about being friends with them after.
That's
That's a skill of mine. Like, I'm always like,
I have
cool,
one
right?
ex. We were on the phone yesterday.
I love that.
Yeah.
No, that's great. How long were you together for?
It's a real fucking psychosexual fucked up situationship where like how long were we together? Who really knows?
Totally.
It's more of like we were in many of our past lives together, and when I met him, like he was like a straight guy and I was gay, and we were like, we're just friends. And then we would like be like this close to each other, talking till 4 o'clock in the morning, staring each other's eyes. And then I was like the crazy gay guy in love with him. And then he was like, I'm not gay. And then eventually we took acid and he's like, I do have feelings for you.
Wow.
We dated for like 3 months, didn't really have sex because
he's not gay.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
think everyone's gay.
I do too. He's like, whatever.
Everyone's gay.
He's also a wonderful person. And recently I went back to Portland for a month, and he's, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. He's in the program, and
we don't know who he is. So.
Yeah, he did a big amends to me, and like it was very healing, and like said all the things that I didn't even think he noticed about how he hurt me, which I was like, that's so nice. So that's great. But like, how long were we together? It's irrelevant because it destroyed my life.
I get that.
3 months. Are you happy? I said, friends for 2 years.
I've been in scenarios where it's very like gaslighty, love bomby, but it wasn't long. So I'm like, I can't mourn a goldfish.
No.
And then you feel like you can't because I'm in the same boat where it's like, well, I can't get mad. It wasn't that long, but I was deeply abused.
No, I'm telling you right now, the short ones hurt the most. The short ones are the hardest to get over.
I feel seen.
No, you want to know why? And I've watched this with all my female friends because they've all been in like long-term situationships with men that they thought they were going to marry. Those relationships are scary to leave because they're comfortable. But when you do leave, you have already been grieving the relationship in the relationship for a year. So when you leave, it's not as sad. The ones that are short, you're like, what you're really grieving is like the potential of what they could have been and like what they promised you.
You're a therapist.
I know, I'm pretty good at it, right?
Therapist.
It's hard. Well, my whole thing is just like giving people permission to, feel and do whatever they want.
It's the high and then the crash of the low, which happens in those shorter spans. You get this whiplash after we're like, was I fucking nuts?
Yeah.
So I've done that a few times where I'm like, let me like level set here and be normal and not get love bombed and fall into that. But it's so true. It is the short ones that like hurt.
Fuck you up.
Yeah.
Fuck you up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I haven't cried about this last one because it was so intense and insane the way it all unfolded. So I never mourned the loss of him because I can tell you the way it unfolded was just nuts. He was basically dating someone else the whole time or like hooking up with someone else the whole time.
Yeah.
And he met my whole family. He texted me after saying, I love you, your family's so incredible, like have fun at your concert, because I went to Olivia Dean concert.
Oh, she good. My friends are obsessed with her.
She's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And then 7 minutes later, he texted this girl, because we became friends, we like put our phones side by side. 7 minutes later,
Men are so stupid.
After he texted me this loving message, he goes, yo, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
7 minutes. I'm like, you're a sociopath. And then seeing all this after, I'm like, am I an idiot for not seeing any of this before? Like, that's so crazy. So it's that I'm trying to recover from, but I'm not sad because I'm like, you were a sick person.
Yeah. Also, like, I think sick is a good word for it. He sounds like a sex addict.
Yeah. And he's probably gay.
Maybe gay, but also
I'm just saying there's gotta be.
Anytime a guy is really promiscuous, I'm like, he's gay. I think most men are gay and would do more gay stuff. But what people don't understand is people are like, just come out, just be gay, just experiment. But gay rumors and gay allegations will follow you till death. Like those guys, and so it's either like they either have to be like, I'm bi, which like no offense, but like I think bisexual guys have it the hardest because nobody likes. I mean, like gay guys like it, but they're like
the girls are kind of like
the girls.
Yeah.
You know, faggot comes out. Faggot. Yeah, girls hate it. I talk about it on stage all the time. Girls are like, I want a man. Even liberal girls are like, I don't want my boyfriend sucking cock.
I was into a bi guy once, and I was insecure because I'm like, does he like him or her? Like, I was always like scanning the room for like everyone.
Yeah.
And it made me insecure. I'm like, who does he like?
I don't even think it's that. That's the problem. But I think that so many girls like are like girls who like love gay guys when their boyfriends do something gay. They're like, oh, so you're a fucking fudge packer. I go, when did the Republican pop out? Like it's like they like turn into their fathers.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's so funny.
It's great, and I love saying it on stage because the girls are always like, yeah,
It's
I don't
true.
want him to do something gay. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, there's that. But I also think that women, and it's like tough to tell you girls this, but like, I understand how a guy can look at you and be like, I loved your family. I think you're amazing. I like have such strong feelings for you. And then 7 minutes later, text a girl and be like, yo.
You can see that?
Yes, because sex can
Like,
be...
make it make sense.
Because we can compartmentalize our sexuality.
That's true.
So different than you guys. And it's like we can all enjoy sex the same amount
Should
and be
I call
like
him?
dirty. Like, no, don't. Because it's still...
I'm kidding.
Because the problem is the lying.
Yes.
The problem is the deception.
Yes.
Like, it's not being honest about what it is. Because he could be texting this other girl. I mean, I don't know what he's texting this other girl, but like...
He said to her, come give me head. And she did.
It probably means nothing to him.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean like, oh, you should take him back. But it just means like understanding the psychology of like guys can like be in love with somebody and then like get their dick sucked by somebody else and like walk out and be like, yeah, that meant nothing. Yeah. And I think that is the problem between men and women. And that's why you guys don't work well together.
We don't.
No, you know.
We don't at all. I dated a deaf guy in a bit where I'm like, you're like,
one time I sucked a deaf guy off, but he didn't tell me he was deaf until he got there.
Did we talk about this?
Did we?
I feel like we touched on this.
I don't know. I was sucking him off. He was like, hello. I was like, you really should tell me you're deaf before you get to my apartment.
Another gay man told me he was a deaf guy.
Oh, that's so funny.
I knew it was somewhere in there. That's so funny. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I joke where I'm like, men and women shouldn't talk. Like it was the perfect relationship.
Oh, but it looks like it went from movies. The dance is so nice. The talk, you know what I mean? The like, oh my God, what's going to go on? I mean, it's crazy.
It's crazy that people get married and have kids and it's like, how did you do that? How do you guys communicate? You're so different.
Yeah, men are just so horny in a way that has nothing. And I say it on stage sometimes, but I'm like, that is like dangerous to like themselves and society at whole, like large. Like it's bad. Like I can suck guys' dicks and then literally be like, not only do I like I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, bye.
Totally. What's your dating life like now?
I don't date. I'm trying to get famous.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think that men hold you back when you're trying. I think on the rise up. I'm also somebody like when I was like in love with that guy and like in Portland, it's so embarrassing. Like I put everything to the wayside for like whatever he wanted. And I was not to be disrespectful, like a better comic.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like couldn't write jokes and the anxiety of the relationship and like
the stress.
The stress, I couldn't handle it. And I really kind of torpedoed me for a little bit. And I'm like, I need to be so secure in my career.
I love that.
Before I allow a romantic relationship. Also, I just kind of am like very spiritual about relationships where I'm like, it'll happen. I don't believe in like, I think that the problem is that the reason why everyone's so unhappy is that they like go on these dating sites and you're meeting people that you were never supposed to meet. It's like
that's how I feel about this last one.
If like you
shouldn't have been in my life.
It shouldn't have been. Well, here's the problem, because you go online and then you swipe right on people. It's your life is your own movie, and now you're going on dates with the extras.
Yeah. Yes.
Like you don't like God, and when I say God, I mean like Elizabeth Gilbert,
concept.
Eat, Pray, Love. You know, spirituality. Like why are we all here, and not like religious, but like. It will all come together.
Yeah.
It will all come together. You will be walking on the street. You'll be in line. You'll meet someone that It will happen. We're just so impatient for it that we're like, well, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
And I'll meet someone. But you're meeting extras in a TV show that were never supposed to have lines. I really believe that.
Have you said this before?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, can you make it that every girl should hear you say that?
I think so, but
you should make that a video.
Like, yeah,
everyone needs. I'm like I'm gonna watch this like as soon as you leave, like over and over again, because it's so true.
I just use the apps for sex.
That's fair.
And that's it. And it's so impersonal because it's like men are. it's like hey, what are you into? Okay, send me full body nude photos to see if you're acceptable to come over to my house. There you go. And they either block or say, come on over. And then that's it. And then you go over, you have sex with them. Sometimes it's a great experience and you go like, let's do this again. Sometimes you're like, I'll never see that man again in my life. And then, 2 years later, you're at Best Buy and he's screaming at the woman and you go, what happened? What happened? He's screaming at a Best Buy employee.
That's so
about
funny.
a return.
Have you actually experienced that?
I have, yeah. That was very specific.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Are you more careful now that you're more known, or?
I should be.
Okay.
I should be.
Okay. Well, that'll come.
I make a lot of bad decisions.
Okay. I mean, well, you're sober now, so,
now
I'm sure you need to displace your, like, for me when I was sober, I was bored as fuck because I didn't drink, I didn't date, I didn't do anything, and I was like, this is so boring. So it's like, I would like eat cake until I got fat.
Yeah.
So it's like you need a thing. So I totally understand. Like you're like, well, if I have to do something.
I need to start being better though about like, okay, if I'm gonna meet up with this guy, like I'm gonna like let's meet for a drink, or I don't drink, but like a coffee or a Diet Coke, and like let's chat and then decide to go back.
Yeah.
Instead of like I'm at my house and he just sends me his address.
Totally.
Because
it's like not safe. Is he like normal? Like will he like?
I'm like 6'5". It's like what's
That's
safe?
So true.
You know what I mean?
Could
like
totally fuck someone up.
Yeah, I think I'd be fine. But I did just have like an insane situation right before I came to New York where I was like, okay, I'm actually, and not to sound like gauche, but I was like, I actually have too many followers to be engaging in shit like this.
No, I just said it.
Yeah.
I just said it. Not to be gauche, but I'm like, you're too famous for this.
Yeah, literally.
Like, you're gonna show up one day and they're gonna be like, wait, you're that guy.
Oh, it happened. It does happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're probably like, woo!
Luckily, it's mostly...
Celebrity sighting.
Yeah. It's Well, then, yeah, I just tried it. And then I'm
also, you don't want them talking about it. Sign an NDA. You're going to become like the NDA guy.
No. I get why people do that, though.
No, totally.
Because people do talk, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
the last
like,
thing I want is, like, people on Reddit being
around.
like, I slept with the comedian Dylan Carlino, and, like, this is what it was like. It's like...
Reddit is a scary place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fair.
Yeah. There's also, like... this website called like LPGS, which I found out it's called Large Penis Support Group. And basically like anyone who has any type of followers has a page on there, and it's like gay guys looking for their nude photos to post them on there.
Oh my God.
And no, they're actively looking.
Oh my God.
I tell everyone about it because I'm like, you guys are so fucked for that.
That's crazy.
I posted, it's crazy.
Yeah, we have in New York and other cities. Are you dating the same guy?
No, that's not this.
Okay.
This is like gay
So
guys
just
hunting
dicks?
for nude photos.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be on that.
No.
Okay.
And I'm already on it. I have a page.
How many pics?
It's none of mine.
Okay.
None of my dick pics have gone out, but they're actively, anybody got his dick pic, anybody got his post, if you have his dick pic, oh, I've seen it, it's this big or whatever.
Stop.
They're like describing it. They're like, oh, he sent it in a picture, but like, it's crazy. So I'm
That's
like,
wild.
yeah,
Oh my God.
I know, but it's like at the
Scary.
same time, it's like, I don't care.
You should post it and be like, fine, here you go.
I know, I should.
You could just be like, you know what, guys? Have at it. Throw some chum in the water. Frenzy.
Once again, like too many. If it came out, I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I'd be more bothered if they posted me with my shirt off. You know what I mean? Like my dick is not a problem. As long as it's not a shirtless pic, I don't care.
That's funny. Oh man.
All of your questions.
I'm trying to think of other. We've like been. Oh, Kathy Griffith was one of your.
I love Kathy Griffin.
I love that because like people are kind of like scared to share their like mentors like that, where it's like she's kind of controversial, but I like that you just own it. You're like, no, that's my girl.
Well, I didn't know what stand-up comedy. I thought because I didn't watch stand-up comedy growing up. I started watching stand-up comedy at 18. I saw Jesus is Magic, Sarah Silverman's, and that opened up the door of like I became obsessed with the New York comedy scene. I've listened to everyone's like. You know how everybody was like putting out albums between like 2010 and like 2017? Like I heard every single New York Comics album who's ever put one out.
Wow.
Like I would start like doing, if you like this person, then you like this person. And I was like...
Is that what got you into stand-up?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I became like obsessed with albums and like was listening to people's albums who like, I don't even know if they're doing comedy anymore. You know, I was listening to like New York City comedians who like the podcasts are dead. I don't think anybody ever listened to them. And like I was like the one of like 10 listeners.
So you just
like,
absorbed so much.
so then I meet New York comics and I know so much about them. Like, I mean, Ian Finance came on my podcast and he was like, you're like fucking Rain Man of comedy. I was like, you talk about this stuff on podcasts. Like, it's like, it's your own fault. But Kathy Griffin, I thought she was the only. I didn't know that she was doing stand up. I thought she was just doing. I thought Kathy Griffin was the only person in the world that did that. Mm. And she also has the most specials out of any comedian in the entire world.
Really?
Yeah, she has like 40 specials. Yeah. Okay. She's just. I think she had like a rough couple of years. And
yeah, the beheading of Trump was kind of like a bad.
Yeah, and then she got cancer, and her sister died, and both of her parents are dead,
Oh
and she like got throat cancer, and so her voice was fucked up for a couple of years, and she's finally like back. Her husband left her. Like it's been like a whole
you should
thing.
Meet her.
I would love to
You're
meet
gonna
her.
Meet her.
I DM'd her once trying to get like feature for her in San Jose.
DMing.
I know.
Keep
you know what's so crazy about the DMs? Now that I have a lot of followers, you don't get as many DMs as you think, and we see every single one.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if I post something, I'll get like if something crazy, I'll get like a ton of. But I mean, I can see all of them.
Interesting. Do you try to respond to all of them?
It depends. I try to respond to anybody who's like, they'll be like, come to Philly, and I'm like, I'm coming in December because I know that they'll buy tickets.
Buy a ticket, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like that, and tell your friends or whatever. So I'll respond to stuff like that. Sometimes I'll respond to guys, but they.
Did you ever hook up with someone from a DM?
I don't like that power dynamic.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't want to be
fan thing.
I don't want to be. I would rather be a fan hooking up with somebody I like than to be the person that somebody likes.
Totally.
If that makes sense.
They probably try really hard though.
Oh, yeah.
They'd probably be pretty...
Well, you know, women offer to have sex with me after my shows.
Really? Mm-hmm. Have you ever been tempted or you're like, this is just so not my thing?
No. No. I go, maybe I'll finger you if your boyfriend's got a big cock and wants to be right next to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm chill like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I mean, I can see that. I mean, you're so funny. You're very attractive.
I think I'm hot to women.
You are?
Yeah, I think I'm girl hot. Mm-hmm. Gay guys are like, work on the body.
That is a thing.
It's just brutal.
That is a thing in your culture. I always, like, at Equinox was always, like, the hottest gay man. And you're like, how do you have 12 abs?
Oh, it's crazy.
Where does that come from?
Can I tell you something, though? I live in Austin where guys are in really good shape, but it's, like, steroid buff guys.
Yeah, yeah.
New York, they're, like, slim shredded.
Yeah, they're, like, vacuum sealed.
Yeah. It's crazy. They have like 0% body fat. They've never bulked. They're like, it's crazy. And I was like, maybe if I move here, I'll finally like around these guys will really push myself to finally get there.
You can get a trainer too.
Yeah.
You're gonna just be on the up and up.
I know. I really want to get like because I grew up so poor with like no money that I'm like I just want to get so stupid rich that like I'm like nobody in my family ever has to work again. You know what I mean? I want to be like dumb. I want to be like Chelsea Handler rich.
I see that for you.
Yeah, me too.
This is a matter of time. I mean, the fact that you started in January, you're where you're at now, you're touring, it's only going to keep growing. Everyone's going to talk about. I mean, girls are getting excited seeing you on the street. Like that's
I know, it's crazy.
Fucking nuts.
It's so fun. And they're so excited when they see me that it's like such an honor.
I love that.
It's crazy.
Okay, well, I think we're gonna wrap this up. So,
my God.
This time next year, I mean, I could be dramatic, but I just never want to, like, I've done this where I just don't have an ending. And I'm like, so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's this time next year. You're living in New York. What does your life look
like?
like?
What if you started asking people, what kind of stupid are you?
I have asked, like, what's the dumbest thing you've ever done?
Yeah.
What's something stupid that you've done?
Probably, like, go over to guys' houses who I don't know.
Yeah.
And, like, suck them off.
Done that.
Yeah.
But then that's scary. Like, I'm really paranoid about STDs.
Yeah, I mean, like, I literally just got throat throat this week.
I've had mycoplasma all summer.
What is that?
It's just, like, from hooking up with people, and it can feel like a UTI, and a UTI is the worst experience of your entire life. Of course. Have you done UTI if I were
No,
girls?
I should do that.
It's so relatable, and it ruins your life.
Well, of course.
You can't think.
I do think, though, if I was a girl, I'd be more of a yeast infection kind of girl.
Those are...
Leaving my bathing suit on too long.
You should do those. Well, you can get them, too, from you take the pills for the UTI, and it swings your pH into a yeast infection. You're just, like, in this cycle of trauma. It's awful. Having a vagina is maybe the worst thing in the whole world.
But it's also so cool.
Is it?
Yeah. It's so cool.
What makes it cool?
I don't know.
You can create life, but, like, I don't know.
I don't know. I've never put my penis in one, but I really want to.
Have you ever looked at one?
Yeah, I think they're gorgeous.
Like open, it's just like an underwater sea creature.
I think they're so cool.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a gay guy who's like disgusted by vaginas.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm very against gay guys who talk shit about women's vaginas.
I love that.
Yeah, I think it's wrong.
Thank you.
I'm against that, and then I'll publicly say this: I'm also against gay guys. I think it's weird that gay guys. And this is maybe controversial.
Say it.
I just think, like, if you're a gay man, this is my own personal opinion about myself and how I would live my life. Like, I would never, if I was going to have kids, which I don't really want to have kids.
I saw your TikTok about that.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah.
Because you were Patty in the past life.
Yeah.
And Patty had a bad time.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to be a dad, but I just think there's something weird about men like buying women's eggs and then like buying a surrogate and like it's like treating women like cows, and it's like we are gay men, like we have the money. If you have the money to do that, like adopt someone who needs to go to a. You don't need to like. It's so weird to me that you
farm a child.
You're farming a child, but using women's bodies to do it, and then saying disrespectful things.
If you do that, that's fucked. Yeah.
I think if you just do the first part, it's kind of fucked.
Okay. I like a hot take.
Yeah.
I love a hot take. I think that's so fair. I mean, that's a good point of like, especially if you like don't respect a woman, but even if you do, it's like it is an interesting scenario of like you're picking what they look like, how they grow the child, and then it's like suddenly you have a child and you got to do the milk thing. It's like a whole like it's interesting.
Also, like I'm not saying and people are allowed to do whatever they want. Yeah, and if you're a woman who did that for a gay couple and you like, oh well, I had the best experience. I think that's amazing. I just think like I wonder how many of these women who do have children for gay men are like being taken care of, afterwards, years after. I mean, that's a lot of hormones to go through to like give another person a baby.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think about that a lot where I'm like, I just think it's weird.
Fair. It's definitely not, in the terms of weird, it's not natural, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So that's a fair statement, I'd say.
I understand why lesbians can like get a guy's sperm because it's like you basically as a woman have to like duck to not get hit in the face with it. So I'm like, I think it's fine to like shove some into your own pussy and grow it in your own body. But I think there's something weird about like guys doing it.
It's interesting, yeah.
My own personal opinion.
You're allowed to say
and maybe that's my stupid take.
I like that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks for making it stupid. I mean, that's also fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to plug before we? This was so fun.
This is great.
It
got a lot cooler as well. Like we started the podcast and it was really hot when I first walked in here, and all of a sudden it's like cool as fuck. It's like and you have a gorgeous apartment. And how long have you lived here?
3 years.
I used to have that stove at my old apartment in Austin.
The stove?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Do you feel at home?
I do. I do. I would paint the cabinets.
I know.
That's so rude of me. I'm sorry.
I have a gunkle, and he came to help me with everything. He helped me with the art.
And he said that?
And he was like, we're going to paint those.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if we have the time.
That is something that
I would love my gay Uncle Kyle.
Well, I have a gay uncle as well. And so it's like, yeah. But it's like, there's something so funny about gay guys where I just speak so opinionatedly that I forget. Like, my friends will be like, remember, Dylan, 3 years ago when you said this about how I dressed? And I was like, I don't remember that. They go, I changed how I dressed because of that. I go, oh, sorry.
No, we went through my entire closet and I put on pants. He goes, those do nothing for you. Take them off right now. That's disgusting.
I had a friend who, she wore 3/4 lace. Remember when 3/4 length sleeves were huge?
Sure do.
She had maybe like 100 of them. And so like
You burned them.
I one day was like, I mean, you in the 3/4 sleeves, like it's like nonstop. And so then like, whatever, like a year passes and she walks in and she's a 3/4 length. And I go, 3/4 length. Your thing. And she goes, fuck you. Fuck you. She goes, do you know that I haven't worn them in a year and you haven't said anything? You haven't said a single thing.
Why are you wearing it now?
She goes, I literally today was like, you know what? Dylan hasn't even noticed I haven't even worn them. I'm just going to wear it because he purposely said this about what I wear and I haven't done it in a year. I go, well, why I don't do that. Like somebody who's like, you wear a lot of this. I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And so then she was like, and you didn't even notice that I wasn't wearing the 3/4 sleeves. And then the one time I wear it after a year of not wearing them, you have something to say. I was like, I'm apologizing that I didn't realize you took my opinion so seriously.
That's actually a beautiful thing. You're influential, which is why you're doing so well.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
And thank you so much for having me on.
God, yeah. You want to plug anything?
You can follow me on Instagram, Dylan P. Carlino.
Anything else, TikTok? I mean, you're like,
I'm on tour. I'm going to be on tour like almost every single weekend. So all my dates are on there. And I also have a podcast called Feeling Girly where girls write in advice.
Advice is
my girlinos and my gaylinos. They write in all their advice and we give that to them. So yeah.
Amazing. Well, follow. Thank you so much for being on.
Thanks for doing it.
Like the
Thanks
most
for
fun
having
I've
me.
had on this podcast in a while.
This is great.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Amazing.
I love a little short app.